Hey, yous guys, welcome to You Be Aight podcast, presented by AML Media. Love you, Mom. I'm Gene Labordi, my co-host Stephen Labordi, working all the hard work, doing all the good stuff is Rachel Labordi. This is You Be Aight podcast. Thanks for joining us. Let's go have some fun. It's hard to start a podcast right after your wife insults We're the talent, Rachel. You're supposed to hype us up before it.
She just
not call you a gay
up.
vampire and me an awesome blood-filled leech.
She said it's interesting.
That's never a good.
Yeah, I know. That's about as far as you can go towards being mean without actually saying something mean.
Hey guys, check out my kid. He's really doing good in this. Really interesting, man.
Yeah. So I
had a good question. I made you save it.
Can I finish?
Can I finish?
So
let me think.
If you were in like an up and coming band, right, and you just got your first single, and this is, I'm not talking about going on a major music video production, but like your first somewhat serious music video, right? And they started putting eyeshadow and eyeliner on you guys, saying like it really makes your eyes pop. Could you take it seriously? And
now this is a rock band, right? This is a
any other kind of music can be even crazier.
Well, shit, nowadays in rap you can get away with anything. But okay,
they don't
I
put eyeliner on black people, do they? They might actually.
I put white liner on them. Cha-ching. I wish I could say like no, but yeah. Because even at the high school level, when I did Laughing Stock,
oh right,
you feel yourself a little bit, and I imagine that if this is the trajectory of the band, we worked hard. We went through fucking sleeping in a Walmart parking lot in the van type of shit.
See, that's where I'm on the footing that I'd be like, we didn't work this hard to come on here and be like clowns. Like now we're gonna put makeup on. That was never part of what we planned on.
Putting makeup on, but there is like a science. These are like perfect. Like, I'm assuming this isn't.
I was just looking at that music video playing before we started, and that was like a screamo band, but they weren't like the Misfits or anything, and like they had dark black eyeliner and eyeshadow on.
That was a bit much. I feel like to me that was the artist wanting that.
Okay.
But if you go onto a set...
Well, if I was going on a TV to do an interview, they would put makeup on me.
Yeah.
But not eyeliner and eyeshadow. They would just put the regular, so I wouldn't look so pasty and half dead.
I'll tell you this. Even at the high school level of just... Not bare minimums. We had decent stuff, but those lights are fucking bright, and when you're as white and pale as we are... You do just look like a fucking blank screen,
right?
If they don't do something. Now, for me, I couldn't get the eyeliner. I just cried every time they did it. Like, I almost have white Asian people eyes. I don't know if it's the fat pushing the eyes closed, but I couldn't do that. So they just put really heavy eyeliner or eyelash stuff on there.
Eyeliner.
And then gave me rosy cheeks, so I was cute.
Slap of rouge on you.
But no, like I said, that there was specific. But I'll be honest with you. I'm not assertive enough to the point where, say we're Simon and Garfunkel, right? Like me and you make it.
Well, good. I'd be in the band. I'd be like, hold on a second.
That's what I would need someone like that.
Yeah.
Because if they were like, no, we have this image, like it's going to be claymation weird, and then you guys are going to pop through. And I would be like, okay. And
no, you would be like, I know how you would be so taken by the whole production.
I would be. That
you would be like, yes, Steven, like, get on. They have an image. And I'd be like,
I might get mad. I'm like, dude, he's done things before. You don't know. And you'd be like, nah, dude, we're not doing this. It's lame. We're not gay like that. And I'd be like, band's over.
We have to call in the manager. That's funny. But that's one of those weird details of life that we'll never encounter. But it's interesting to think, like, how would I react? Because when I saw that guy, even the drummer had like eyeshadow on and shit, like, I would be a guy who's like, dude, this is not. We didn't write this song. Like, what is this?
Yeah, we wrote this song in your mom's basement eating fucking Cheetos, bro.
Yeah, like the music's fine.
I get it. We got a little emotion to our sound, but can we just...
We don't need to do that.
Can we come on, man?
Can we just come on?
Especially for a drum... That's my thing. Now, listen, if... I wouldn't be a good... I want frontman energy. I want, to be able to think I could be frontman. I'd have to lose a lot of weight and get a lot of skin removal.
It's not about weight. It's a whole...
But...
I told you I could never be a frontman musician because I could never write songs that took myself... I don't take myself serious enough to write cool songs.
And not even... So get past the, okay, you write... just... Some of the best songs, they say I wrote it in 60 seconds.
That's true.
But even get past that to fucking peacock on stage... I'd like to think I could do that, but I don't think I could do that.
I'd also just... Not all frontmen are like that.
No, yeah, you're right.
Like, look at Eddie Vedder. He wasn't like that until 20 years into his career.
True.
Yeah, I mean...
But the point I was going to get to is, I've always said my spirit animal was like a 80s metal drummer.
It's not an animal, though.
I know,
Plus, we already did the spirit animal episode.
I know, but when I listen to songs...
You can peacock as a drummer without even thinking because you're just fucking going.
Yeah, and you don't have to do eyeliner because all they're seeing is fucking sticks flapping around, and every once in a while you throw one out there and try and hit someone with it.
Yeah, but that's why I asked, because a specific scenario where it's a music video, I could totally see a producer being like you said, we have a color scheme, a look we're going for.
I think I think it only keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like, you see someone like Sam Smith, who we both really respect good singers.
Yeah,
right?
he's really... That's an extreme example.
That's an extreme example, but...
Rachel, what do you think about Sam Smith's new look?
I think that's an extreme example, but I don't hate him.
I don't hate
him.
him.
His platform to...
Did you see him, though?
Yes, but he's being like... He's like expressing himself.
Okay.
But it's clown.
Well, here's the thing. All I'm going to say is express yourself, okay? But he was writing... He never was...
Why do you have to sexualize yourself to express that? That's what bothers me.
It wasn't like he came out and was in the closet. He came full-fledged famous. And then the point I'm trying to get to is that wasn't all just him. We've talked about, like, having too many yes men around you, and there was someone that said, yo...
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that could be all him.
Maybe. Dude, he was in a latex, and they fucking, like... He looked like a balloon, and he's gained weight. Why? What I'm saying is that was a producer or someone going, we have this new look. We're going to blow minds.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think he was like...
I'm surprised because
make me look like Patrick Starr, please.
He
was... like showing that it's okay to wear stuff if you're a little chubby.
Yeah, but you can't disagree.
I do that every day.
This is a good talk, though. You can't disagree that it was sexualized.
But women are sexualized all day, every day.
They don't have to be.
But
women do that to each other.
In pop music and all of that, rap, it's all sexualized.
No.
Well, that's just music, pop music in general.
The point I was trying to make is a lot of these people... The Lady Gaga documentary is like, it wasn't all just her.
No.
It was, there's people that go like, I have this artistic thing that's different than that. In that space, in that Hollywood realm, in the, whatever you want to, West entertainment business, there's always people that are like, we got to be different. We got to change it. And then some person comes up to someone like me who just made it. And I'm like, what? I get paid to do this? And they go, we have a team of people that think it would look really cool if we put a whole...
satanic...
if we put a roller coaster with just balls and dicks on your head. It's going to look so cool. Trust me. We've done the testing. And then I go... And there's 10 people looking me in the face, and I go, I made $12 last year, so yeah, okay. Put the roller coaster of dicks and balls on my head.
You make a good point that people who are just hitting the scene and are people do crazy shit for money. So you're right. Like, if you had your first, big show, and these people who are from a world that you're totally like unaccustomed to.
For $1 million, you would let someone tattoo a penis on your face?
I don't know about that. I do.
I bet you would.
I would.
I've been in enough classrooms of ethics.
Okay,
Talks.
well, I don't want to go down that road.
But
I
what
don't
I'm
wanna go
saying
down.
is that's what I mean. Like,
But Sam Smith was already famous. Sam Smith
Yeah.
already had a platform. He was already a highly regarded musician and a celebrated voice. That's why I'm like, dude, why are you doing this?
yeah, it hurt me a
Maybe
little bit.
he got bored.
Maybe I'm
Very
more,
possible.
I'm more. I believe more so that he did have handlers and shit that were like, I need to have. There needs to be a purpose for me. My job is like to. I gotta bring something. You know what I mean?
Well, and also there is the thing of, I can only imagine the pressure of, okay, dude, I wrote 2 awesome albums or whatever he did. I mean, there's 10 songs of him that I love, and I don't like follow him by any means. So then you're going like, you get the writer's block maybe, and you're like, how can I be different? How can I separate myself? And then a team of PR people come, they say, hey, we're going to make you gay Satan. And you go on the red carpet, and they go, yeah, there's going to be, we already have people waiting for this. And you go, fuck, okay, yeah, blow me up like a balloon and put horns in a wiener on my...
I think he definitely got a little bit weird, but I think it kind of came from the fact, I forget what the exact statistic is, but not statistic, but he was the first gay out something of that nature person to like have a top chart something.
Ricky Martin did it first.
There's like,
Was
I'm
that a
telling you, there's
That
an
was a
actual
joke. Jesus, this is a
I don't
comedy
know.
podcast.
Yeah, but who the
No.
fuck cares about Ricky Martin?
I have
He
no
was
idea
huge.
anything
Ricky
about
Martin?
Ricky
The
Martin.
joke is that he's not out gay, but I mean, Ricky Martin's pretty gay. Okay, fine, it failed.
I'm
It fell
not
on
even
his face.
sure who Ricky Martin is. Is that like Lucille Ball and Ricky?
I might have got the names wrong.
Okay. Anywho,
We're still early in the
oh no, is that Levine or the?
living the Vida Loca
yeah,
guy.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
But it's still not a funny joke.
check.
But
Sorry, everybody.
I there's a long line of people who get really famous and get weird. So, it's hard for us to judge and be like, but he was already killing it. Like that's what there's a level where it's like, why you keep doing? Why you don't have to up it?
Stick to the dude. He was just in a nice suit
Yes,
and killing it.
and openly gay.
Yeah, and everyone was like, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Just keep that voice. Make sure you keep making that voice healthy. That's all we want.
Yeah.
And I didn't even, you gained weight. We can tailor the suits, dude. We don't got to go down that way.
He was always a kind of, well, when he was real young, he wasn't hefty.
Yeah, no, he wasn't ever like in shape, but he's gained some weight. You get older and start eating at fancy restaurants. I don't blame
famous?
you, dude. But why do you gotta go latex suits?
Yeah, that actually more so than the devil motif, that bubble suit he wore. You could never put me in that ever.
For $1 million, you would.
Okay, but not. I don't feel like someone was like, "I'll give you $1 million to wear this." I feel like he was like convinced, like this is a good.
That's
statement.
what I mean, and that whole. And maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I'm the dumb. Maybe I'm the low.
You're just trash. Person who
Maybe I'm the
doesn't get it.
trash person. Like the whole Met Gala thing. And like it is all just a one-uppy of how crazy can we fucking get with what we can put in our bodies. Which for something like that, okay.
It's become like that, and there's a lot of like news pundits and stuff who were talking about how it used to be like the Met Gala and stuff. It was always a who's who kind of deal.
Of course.
But it was like people were impressed if you had a ticket, and it was real classy, and people dressed to the nines, but they didn't fucking.
Now you got ladies dressing up like cats.
Well, but you still have to look at the other 95% of the people that were at the Met Gala. There was a lot of really, really cool fashion. It's just the only ones that get
Fashion's also
the
something.
news. Because
Yes.
me and Stephanie were looking at all the Met Gala looks, and
Only a few were out of control.
yeah.
Got to make sure I write this down to remember.
I wonder how much. Do you know how much ticket to the Met Gala is?
It's probably one of those things you can't even.
I feel like you have to be invited, and you can get like.
You still have to pay to go because it's like a fundraiser.
Well, and you can get banned from going. Like the one person took out their cell phone.
I would show up in what I thought was my best suit, and they'd be like, "Banned. He can't come back."
I think you can't wear sunglasses or a hat. I don't remember, but there's some like fancy rules because the guy who like started it was really fancy. And
I mean, if you can dress as a cat, but you're not allowed to wear a hat.
I forget if it was a hat.
You got some weird rules. Okay. Furries are in, but if that furry has a fucking hat on,
No
you
hats.
kick him out. Is that a cell phone?
And
No. Sorry, it's just
it's my lightsaber.
It's a
with
digital.
It's my lightsaber with my costume here. Oh, okay, that's fine. Just no cell phones.
I thought I saw a pair of sunglasses. Turns out it was 2 monocles. They weren't connected, so it's different.
Monocles need to come back, but 2 monocles—that's just a fucking problem. That would just hurt.
Yeah, and that's tickets for Met Gala. We'll probably get.
Oh, ESPN update. That's a first.
Any for real quick, which this the sidebar 50,000 to 300,000.
Ooh, that's.
But I'm sure like it probably cost money just to like be in the vicinity of that shit.
But yeah, it's invite only, and you gotta pay, which is.
Man, there's some people out there that were so smart before they seen waves come in. They go, we're gonna do fashion. What's fashion? We're all wearing suits and dresses. No, we're gonna like get crazy, and then we're gonna invite people to give us like $200,000, and they have to spend money on their own dresses. And if it's not good enough, get out of here.
Maybe.
I mean, you look at some of that shit like that.
I'm sure it started as like a normal kind of gathering of.
But even that,
anything in the art world or fashion world though is like the only way to make a name for yourself is kind of to get crazy with it.
And like you watch those things like why is this painting worth $1 million? Because it's what does it mean to you? And it's like it's snake oil salesmen that got better than everyone else at it and made a bit different word for it.
Art especially is
back in the day, if you were like, yo, this person painted our family and it looks just like us, that's fucking cool. And that bowl of fruit looks exactly like that bowl of fruit. And then when the first guy went like and then that face looked crazy and people were like people with money fell into it and they were like
I don't know. I think there are people out there who see the world different. Like I'm not artistic. So it's easy for me to make fun of the art. I'm sure there are people who look at like paintings and are like, wow, this really speaks to me.
I've had it actually. I've had a thing that I look at and I go, yo, that actually does do something to me. But then I've seen things where it's like, this is 70 different colors of white and they're different like thicknesses of paint.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why is this famous? Like this looks like someone who was really bad at spackling to me.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But that was also a period in time where, like, maybe that was racy. Like,
he didn't make it smooth.
No, like it was breaking the mold.
No, yeah.
You know what I mean? And now we can look at it and be like, I could do that.
And the way I try to humble myself to not sound like a dum-dum is like music. I mean, from the Beach Boys to like Nirvana, people are like the devil, and then like same like EDM. At first, I was like, that's done on a computer. He's not even playing the guitar. And that came around, I was like, yeah, this shit's pretty entertaining. But I can only imagine when I'm 60 and my kids are playing music that I'm like, I don't even know what that is. Eventually, my brain's gonna shut off and be like, what is this bullshit?
I don't know about that. I really don't know what new kind of music can be. Like
they've been saying that forever.
It's already digitized though. Like what would be the new medium?
Maybe it'll just be like
guys,
car
we
noises
might be making. I was gonna say I might make a clip.
It'll be like natural sounds mixed with other natural sounds.
Doo doo bop, scop beep bleep. Doo.
Those aren't natural sounds at all. They're
well,
robot
no,
sounds.
but
maybe
behind
everything
it
will get so
will just be cars
technology-based.
honking. Avant-garde. Is that the word
Avant-garde.
for music? That's the future. And I just clipped it here. I'll make me famous in 20 years.
I'm glad that you brought up What did you just bring up? I forget.
Avant-garde
already.
music?
No, before that. No. Oh, how we're talking about Sam Smith. When we were at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, we were looking at the old American Bandstand and like how they used to showcase old artists. Those people are always trying to put their best foot forward, but seem like normal, maybe even trying to seem like exceptional people, but a person.
Yes.
Like a good, respectable role model, somebody you would want your kids to be like. And then you see Sam Smith with his ass cheeks hanging out of his leather shorts.
What happened to my America,
No,
Steven?
I don't.
No, I'm joking around, but I totally agree.
Like I can't.
Like even you see Cher, and she was huge even when she was on that and going like, thank you so much for having me here. I can't believe what's happening. Now you see a brand new artist go on, Jimmy Kimmel or something, and he's like, I can have anybody I want. I do what I want. Flicking
Stuff's
his
too
wrist and shit.
accessible now with like TikTok. You can be famous in like a week.
So you think what you're saying is like you have to be out of the norm to even get noticed?
No, I'm saying like these people get like they didn't, not that they didn't work for it, but like some people don't, like they get easy famous and then they're entitled and then they're
also,
not humble.
I hate to say, Steven, I think if we ever want to get famous, you got to start doing drugs again, dude.
Yeah, right. That's a fucking.
We'll get a good quick 5 years out of it. I'll make sure you have a good few.
It'll
be a race of who dies first, Gene or Steven.
That's a Hail Mary right there. But write it down.
Back of the book. That's if we get through all 60 pages. That's our Hail Mary.
But when you like these people are like so famous that I think there's something to that idea that there are people surrounding them that are a little like jealous that like they're getting all the attention and like these record labels, they put so much money into propping an artist up or something. So like they have to have a purpose for why you've got a personal assistant, you've got a designer. They're putting all this money into this new tour, and sometimes some weird people are in there, and
that's what I was kind of saying. Like, yes, man. I was saying like being surrounded by too many yes men obviously is a bad thing, but I was kind of also maybe entourage. I'll put in there like your manager, who all their livelihoods are based on you. Could you imagine that? Like, imagine if the way that you and Rachel lived was me being successful, and I get that success, and then every time I'm like, I want a second chicken sandwich, you'd be like, I can't have you die in 10 years, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's a complete antithesis of what we're saying.
That's what I mean. But
those people should be trying to help him, not fucking.
But no. So that's what I'm saying. That's you two. But say they're like, hey, the gym shorts and Philly shirts, we got to change it up. And a guy comes in, he goes, I have science, I have market research that if we put him in a pink tuxedo, he's going to do 20% more.
Yeah.
And
which is a very real scenario.
That's what I mean. Yeah. So then I go, dude, I don't want to do that, guys. I can't wear pink tuxedos. Well, maybe Rachel not, but you. Well, not you. That's a bad example. But if there's a third person, Dad might go, 20%'s a lot, Gene. It's just a pink tuxedo. And, everyone starts going, you know what? It might not be a bad idea. Like, it might make your skin tone look better. We don't know. They have the market research
I think
for
we
it.
Pretty much already established that you'd be the one who is like, yeah, pink tuxedo, yeah.
Well, not for pink tuxedo.
And we'd be like, dude, I don't think you need to do all that. And you'd be like, he said 20%.
Well, yeah,
pink
shit,
tuxedo.
Fuck. All right, I'm just trying to get us set up for when things happen, okay? Let me put this tuxedo on. But, like, I
know
can,
exactly what you
I
mean.
can see how that happened. I mean, dude, some of these people are so young.
And I will say,
dude, when I was 18 years old, I was like, I could still maybe play a professional sport.
Yeah, but Sam Smith is getting weirder the older he gets. My thing is this.
True. But also, it's
people
like,
that are really famous, especially musicians, well, actually more so like athletes, they're not smart.
I was going to say, like, it's not exactly tit for tat, But you know how they say, like, if you become a drug addict at 15, like, you're kind of forever 15.
Your brain stops developing.
Yeah, like, you stop developing.
Yeah, if you just, as long as you're using, you're just
you're just stagnant. So these people that at fucking 18 get famous, they don't have to. Your job is making songs. You can already do that. So why do I need to develop any more skills? And then all these people around you are like, you're making us money, this and that. They stop developing as a person.
You just get a really skewed version of reality,
Definitely.
I think, too.
Absolutely.
So somebody throws out an idea, you're like, okay.
Especially a Sam Smith type person who's like.
When I was 19, I had people being like, you're not a finished product, bud. You know what I mean? Like, you got a long ways to go.
Yeah, when you have crowds of people, like, screaming when you get out of your car or something, that could definitely warp your mind. You know? But then, I mean, there's so many examples of people who are famous and awesome.
You know who I want to give a shout out to?
Birdman?
Not Birdman. We watched a documentary. You'll never watch it, but Lady Gaga, because she went from struggling to straight craziness, wearing meat suits and whatever, and now she's like kind of back. Like she went through it and was like, people were telling me what to do. I knew I was looking crazy, and she's like normal now.
Mm-hmm.
So like, talk about a person who didn't just keep going crazy. She fucking hit that roller coaster and said, I'm getting off this motherfucker.
Well, maybe Sam Smith's coming back down soon.
Why are you so protective over everyone we talk about? She goes, maybe he has a reason for it. You should become a therapist or something.
Someone's gotta be the devil's advocate.
You can't always play both sides of the fence.
I'm not playing both sides.
I'm a pretty progressive guy. I really am. But that's like, for him personally, it's embarrassing. For me, I'm embarrassed for him. I don't care about the larger cultural statement. He was a guy, he was an incredible vocalist. I think he wrote some of his own songs, which is impressive.
Shit, nowadays.
For real. So, like, and then to see him doing that, I'm like, you are above this. What are you doing?
That's the type of thing when I'm about to fall asleep and I go, there might be an Illuminati out there. There might be a little secret society.
There's millions of conspiracy theories about Sam Smith.
I'm sure there are, and they're probably an interesting rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah, they always come on my feed.
Ugh, come where? On your feet? We should be filming that, putting it on OnlyFans, make a lot of money. Come on now.
Yeah.
Probably smoke break time.
Okay.
Hey guys, check out our smoke break on Patreon. It's a little special stuff. Smoke break on Patreon. All right, folks, back from smoke break. This is still the same show. Gene Labordi, Stephen Labordi, Rachel doing all the hard work.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good smoke break. We're getting better at them. Check out the Patreon. We're trying to get more stuff on there for you. That one was a good.
If you had your mic on.
Let's hope the mic was on, but I'm loud. I just got this big diaphragm.
Yeah.
I feel like if I should have started training. If we knew my rib cage was going to be this big, I should have trained to be an opera singer when I was younger.
See, I don't think your rib cage is big.
It's pretty big. But we both do, actually.
Yeah.
Because when you got skinny, your biggest part is still your rib cage.
Yeah, I look weird when I lay on my back.
Yeah, because
I'm on Neanderthal up top.
Which is good. I think, we got some more protection on
That's
other people.
also why when I was heavy and we don't have titties.
Yes, thank the Lord that as fat as, we've been, I am. I got, they don't sag. And I work hard just to make sure they don't sag.
Yeah, because that's, you don't recover from that.
The second.
You can't untit.
The second, it does a flop down, that's the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And I've had, not skinny, but I've had friends that, the skinny fat, where, they just naturally have a...
yeah, dude, you see guys that weigh 200 pounds, but they got little meatball titties.
That sucks, man. And then they a really fluffy nipple.
I haven't seen a lot of guys' nipples. I don't know.
Well, you don't hang out the places I do. I'll get you up there. One of these days, I'll get you to the cool clubs.
Think Sam Smith has a fluffy nipple? We've seen his nipples.
Yeah, we probably could figure it out.
Yeah. I love how every time we start the show, the dogs bark. Oh, you like that?
silent the whole time, and then one thing I wanted to, I was like kind of like looking back. I seen it in a podcast, and I was like trying to think back. Do you remember what your first job was?
Yeah, I was a busboy.
Shit, yeah, I guess that's gonna be the same for both of us at Caesars.
Yeah, it was my first job.
Shout out to Caesars for the fucking
hiring children.
Yeah, just because mom worked there, free labor basically.
I hated that job.
Yeah,
because it was every Saturday night.
Well, and you did it when you were like a teen. I did it when I was like, mom didn't have childcare, so I just came and filled up salt and pepper things.
Yeah, I was like,
you were a true busboy.
Yeah, I had to hold down one of the dining rooms. It was like, remember there was like two. There was like the informal and then the formal setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hated that
Although
job.
shout out to that fucking red cream soda that they had there
and
that you've never seen anywhere else.
And getting cash.
Yeah.
At that age, like having that cash was like, I'm getting weed. It's gonna be sweet.
Although it did suck because like
it was
at a restaurant on a Saturday, you wouldn't get home till
after midnight. That's what I'm saying. And you know how short a weekend is when you do have Saturday off.
Yeah. So Sunday, your boys are like, nah, we did this yesterday. I'm like, come on, someone go, let's split a fucking bag.
Well, that's what because what happens is your whole weekend's gone, and then Sunday, especially half the year, you're watching football, and then it's like, that's it, it's over.
And
because Sunday, we've always been a family. Our family Sunday is sanctuary.
You would think we were religious the way we were like.
I don't want to do shit on Sundays.
We plan in our which it should be. That is, you do everything in preparation. So Sunday you get to sit and be a fat piece of shit, watch sports. Even when football's not on, mom's cooking up something. There's a movie.
Even if I don't have anything to do for 7 days, Sunday comes around, I'm in this headspace where I'm like, I'll come over here and watch a movie and eat dinner, but that's still in the realm of not doing shit.
And yeah, it's like we're just eating and sitting, right? Mm-hmm. Which is nice. That's that's where families are built.
Yeah, but like I've had like friends or girlfriends who like wanted to do like make plans on a Sunday.
Yeah, the apple orchard. Like, bitch, this is the Lord's Day. He set this day out. I don't go to the church, so I can stay at home and do a nothings.
Yeah. Yeah, I never had a good excuse. It was just like, if we can't get it in on Saturday, which I honestly don't want to do with things every Saturday,
Especially those fall Sundays.
Well, the football season is just...
Especially if you get a rainy day, a little bit of a rainy, dark day on a Sunday. I always prefer the 4 o'clock game.
Yeah.
But...
No, I when we're good... When the Eagles are good, I like the 1 o'clock game because then you know how fucking obsessed I was with absorbing all the coverage of it. But it's also doubly bad when they lose because it's like, well,
True, yeah. But on a nice dark day, it's maybe a little raining. We don't have to leave the house. We know that going. I'm waking up going, I don't have to put on socks today. And then going down, if you get to see the birds win, that's awesome. And then you get the coverage, and you're smelling something cooking in the background, and you're like, movie time, or finish this season up, or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But what I'm thinking, I'm going back to nostalgia of like having a movie to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels when I'm having a hard time falling asleep, I think of memories like that of like rainy day. I know that for the next 2 hours, I'm going to have a decent movie, some popcorn, dinner's going to be coming soon. That's good times.
Simple times, yeah.
But back to first, so I guess for both of us was Caesars of some capacity.
Yeah.
Now, how old were you? Like, were you in
15.
high school? So you're in high school, so.
Yeah, 9th grade, 8th grade, I think I was in, actually.
Because the one thing kind of like, and I did work a little bit, but. Our parents, because we both played football and sports, and it was like you're not failing grades, they didn't make us have a job, kind of.
Yeah, no.
But I did some side work every once in a while. In high school, did you ever work?
No, once you're playing high school football, shit was year round.
Yeah.
Like you don't even, like a summer job, I guess I could have had, but no.
Yeah. And we were lucky enough. Mom would throw us a couple bucks, go out with our friends on the weekends.
Yeah, but honestly, like in the summer, it was like,
You're so tired.
and I didn't need any money. Like it was mostly just playing EverQuest.
Yeah, my always thing was like, we're gonna go to the movies. Can I have $15? And that was just to get weed so we can sit and play Halo or whatever, and smoke a little bit
But
of a cheap.
I honestly I hated the summer program. Like I would have rather worked 2 or 3 days a week. Football sucked in the summer.
Yeah, we both have that. Like, I'm not great in the sun because of my complexion and just the sweating, but I think it'll be forever ingrained in me. There's every once in a while, like it'll be like July, August. I'll wake up and like open the door and feel that real heat, and I get the pit in my stomach of like, like I have summer camp, fucking 2 days, 3 days, or fucking track day or whatever. Every once in a while, that'll kick back in my brain of like, oh shit.
No, I don't. I've grown out of that, but I remember it well. I don't have flashbacks. I know what you mean, like that pit in your stomach. I remember it well.
You know when it would happen? On a Thursday, having to wake up, be in my fucking suit to go to work, and open the door, and I'm like, and I'm just like, I'm gonna be wet by the time I get to work, and it all comes crashing together, I guess.
What, you would wear a full suit?
For a little bit there, I did.
And then you realize like this is like smacked ass bullshit.
Yeah.
If you don't have like the corner office, wearing
and no one at one point, no one visited us, and if they did, we knew weeks in advance, which that's fine. Big wigs are coming in, I'll put the suit on. But I got to the point where my yearly reviews or quarterly reviews, wherever they are, were 5, 5, 5, 2
for apparel,
and it should go, Gene, I was like, I think a polo, khakis, and boat shoes with nice dress socks on, no one sees us. But she, hit me on that all the time.
Yeah, that's her job.
She got to wear a sundress and fucking flats, but don't get me started on that because I don't need women hating me right now.
Yeah, don't get him started.
Why has men's fashion in the fucking? Why do we still wear wool suits basically, and women are now wearing leggings and a long shirt?
That's clearly a men's choice.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
I worked for a woman, so I guess I can't.
Yeah, definitely. If men wanted to reinvent the wheel, we could, but we don't. And hey, let's be honest.
Some people look good in suits, I guess.
Billionaires swear by wearing their uniform suit every day.
Yeah.
No.
So they don't have to think about their outfit for decisions.
I'm sorry. Do those guys wear suits? No, they wear black T-shirts and jeans.
Well, you talk about tech bros. But like the
billionaires,
the business moguls of the world, the old saying is "dress for the job you want, not the job you have." But my thing is just like, if you have a suit that fits right, it does look good. It's a classic look.
If you can afford a custom suit that you can get tailored every 2 weeks, depending on what you ate that week.
But I'm with
and the guy picks you up in a black car with the air conditioning at 32 degrees.
Well, I'm with you 100% that if I'm going to sit in a cubicle, I'm not wearing a fucking jacket and a tie and pants. Like, you could kiss my ass. I'll put on a button down and tuck it in with a belt, but I'm not wearing a suit to go sit in a cubicle. Like I was about to say earlier, if you have the corner office, I'll rock a suit.
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of what you're talking about, Gene, was just a toxic workplace. Like, I worked at the same exact type of company as you, and I was allowed to wear scrubs or whatever.
Oh, dude, I would have been taking advantage.
Because we worked with medical professionals. So.
If I found out you wore scrubs to work, I would slap the shit out of you.
But no, you wouldn't, because I'm like, dude, it's either that or I gotta wear a suit.
And you're meeting with nurses. Well, I was meeting with nurses.
You would look so fucking crazy in scrubs.
Yeah, I would. You're right. But I'd still be doing it. I'd be like, I got the non-slip Crocs.
And I'd be like, why did you get salmon-colored scrubs, bro?
Nah, dude, I get Eagles pattern or something.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
But that wasn't an option for me, and it's still stuck in my craw a little bit.
I'm also with you that women's business attire is much more varied. They got a lot more options.
Well,
but that's, like I think as men, like, do we want to wear leggings? I don't.
No, but I mean, like, the stuff I was wearing was like golf apparel. And, like, I would tell her, like, when she'd be, like, grade me bad, everything was great. I was the top sales at that point and stuff. And she'd go,
she was fat discriminating is what she was doing.
Maybe, but...
No, she was.
She was gender discriminating.
Definitely, that. But my golf clothes cost more than my fucking cheap suit that I have to get.
I don't get...
I'm not wearing Izod polos.
It's not about the brand. It's gay with men. It's like if you're showing your arms or legs, that's just down. In your classic sense of business style, I'm not saying.
And it wasn't like I was wearing shorts. I was like, I get that.
You get wearing shorts.
But no, like even my nice golf shorts are fucking $120.
Yeah, it's not about the money.
But the thing is like, it is, I guess, gender because a woman. Now, if they were Target brand tights, I bet she'd be getting a hit.
I don't want to talk about this.
But if they were a fancy brand, Lululemon leggings.
How could you even know the brand? Of
women know, right, Rachel? You can tell. Maybe not leggings.
Only to an extent. Like leggings, if they're see-through and if you can see the seams, sometimes you can tell, but not... I think that was just blatant gender discrimination because she didn't want you to wear something comfortable.
Like jeans or shoes, for example. She would wear these crazy fucking, all these holes in the jeans, but they probably were $120 jeans.
That shouldn't have been, like, I'm not allowed to wear holy jeans
and like
at
platform
work. Weird,
like what I think Uniquis would have worn shoes, but they probably were fucking Gucci. Now, if they were Marshall brand... Then she was a bitch. You're right.
That was clearly just her problem.
I think people over the age of like 25, maybe 30, if you have holes in your pants, you look fucking like you're. I don't think that's a good look, man.
You just hurt Rachel, which we're gonna keep doing because a lot of times I'm the punch of the joke here. Okay, we get teamed up on me. I'm not even going to ask for your permission. I'm bringing it up.
I've never seen Rachel in a pair of jeans with holes in them.
No. Mm-mm. We'll show you the jeans. She has a pair that, in the pic, there's way less jeans than she thought there was going to be.
They came way different than I
Rachel and I are friends, so I would tell her what I really thought. But you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, these aren't even holes. I mean, like, the whole knee is missing of these motherfuckers.
Okay, yeah.
And
sometimes when you buy something online, it looks better in the picture, and then you get them. And you're
because you're not like kind of like the relaxed fit is in style right now. It's those which they would look good, but there's way more jean missing than you think there should be.
Yeah.
And she even said, and they like it. It's not off what other people are wearing, but these.
No, I've ordered something that I thought looked really cool, and then, I always get the image of like the LA mom. Who's like had tons of Botox and is dressing like her 16-year-old daughter, and it's like,
oh, it's
a bad look. Well, speaking of older women, you see the pictures of Martha Stewart on Twitter?
I love Martha Stewart.
She looks fucking hot, dude.
Good. Well, money makes you keep you looking good.
It's funny. Swimsuit edition though. I mean, she's not wearing a bikini.
Sports Illustrated.
Like just like a nice one piece, kind of with like some arm coverage a little bit.
And obviously she had some work done, but like she looks.
Hey, good for her.
I'd do it.
It's funny. Mom hated her.
Well, she got in a bunch of trouble. And shit.
Well, no, just like it was always a joke of like because Mom would do something like freaking Martha Stewart's copying me. Like it was like just kind of an ongoing
tongue in cheek kind of.
Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers.
Yes,
out there, right?
happy you guys.
Shout
Create
out
the
to
world.
The moms.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you to the good moms out there.
Yeah, well, it wasn't yesterday was actually National Women's Day, wasn't it? I think it was.
Who cares?
I might have missed that one. Yeah, clearly my husband doesn't care about me.
Well, you guys, Mother's Day and then Women's Day, like 2 days
you should
later.
Space them out.
Yeah. Why?
Not all women are mothers.
Well, that's
all
why
women are women, dude.
But all mothers are women. So space it out. So you guys now, if men did that, we'd be like, we want it on half and half of the year, so that way we get a little more appreciation.
Yeah.
That's just women being dumbasses.
Except a man probably created the holiday because
Because we do
Men
everything.
control the world.
Because we do everything great. You're right. Correct. Turn her mic off.
We know how we know how to monetize. Just about. Do you just turn my mic off?
No, that's the fourth mic, so we don't get a buzz.
Oh,
I forgot. I said turn her mic off.
no, but I heard this one lady. One of these people who talk about the gender debate, which is something everyone likes to talk about, and like she actually said, like some men are going to be able to carry children.
There has already been a man who's done that.
That's
I've
wild.
never looked into it, but I never fully understand that.
Now, it was like obviously completely all surgery. They put a uterus.
Well, I know that. Yeah. Wait, they put a uterus in them?
That's what
You
has
have
to hold,
to,
hold
yeah.
a baby.
So, from my remembrance, my recollection.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how that.
But yeah, it was just a man, and I think they might have had to do pre-surgeries to help the skin stretch. That's one thing women can do, men can't. And I learned that from like a tattoo artist. Like women take tattoos on their torso better than men. They have higher pain tolerances there because their skin is meant to stretch. So I believe they had to do like a little bit of skin prep for him, but they basically put a uterus in him and then injected an egg and semen inside of a man inside of uterus.
So they at least had to put an embryo. They actually put semen where of his butt, like
Well, no. Inside the
yeah.
uterus. Maybe it was already a
embryo.
They
Embryo.
probably already placed
was
like
already a
IVF,
fertilized egg.
like in vitro fertilization. They put an already fertilized egg.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, it was a woman's uterus put inside of a man.
but the debate is like women, like classical women, are pissed off because they're like, men are not. You can't become a woman. No one has a problem with you being a trans woman, but you're not a woman. And there are some people get really upset about that distinction. But if you can become pregnant,
Steven,
the future's wild, bro.
have you seen the
I just think
videos
it's very interesting.
of... Listen, you want to be trans? Okay. Don't force down people's throat. There are men using their buttholes and putting tampons in there to experience...
Okay.
What? This is a podcast.
Is gross.
There's tons and tons of videos. I didn't Google this
You know
or
what,
search
Rachel?
this.
It is gross, but there are people that are like real news people who have to talk about this stuff. Because I did hear this one woman.
Listen, I watched a live video. Her sitting on the toilet, and she goes, "I'm gonna."
That is gross.
And then you just see her face. You don't see her do it, but she goes, "Well, I hear that if the tampon gets dry, it hurts when it comes out." So she takes a bunch of coconut oil and puts it up there first, and then you see her go, and she's like, "This is the adapter. How you use it." Oh, and it's so she can experience what it's like to be a woman.
It is fat because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt.
I like to put things in my butt.
Yeah. I mean, I have had a finger in my butt, but
And you take what are those called? When you have to take a medicine.
Enemas.
Not an enema.
I don't take fucking enemas.
A suppository.
A suppository.
Oh, I have in the past, yeah, but they don't work good. They don't work at all, actually. Anywho, I like to believe that there are lots of men out there who feel they're in the wrong body. I get that, but it is like you're creating videos. You put a tampon in your butt,
Bro.
Why do you
create videos for fucking everything?
That's true. I know, but it's like
Once again, I don't know.
I'm allowed to have an opinion too.
So that's okay. As a woman, of someone who has to deal with a period, and you have to do all these precautions, especially when you're a teenage girl learning this, it hurts your body. That there's people out there that are monetizing. I'm a woman and
How
watch.
are they monetizing it? Through their videos?
Yeah.
I don't want to put that on the internet so they can. I don't. That's not hurting me. For them to post a video of that is not harming me in any way.
no. I just think it's fascinating. I really do watch it, and I'm like, what would my grandmother say?
I mean, I would never watch it. I would never click on it.
It comes on my. It just comes on the feed and on my face.
Can I say something? You know who Dylan Mulvaney is, right? We've talked about him.
Yeah.
She's hot, dude. If I didn't know that was a trans dude, and she was like just at a bus stop,
How do you not know?
Well, I know now.
You think that's a feminine-looking woman?
Dude, have you seen her all dolled up?
Yeah.
There's a lot of men that like look like hot women.
Dude, he's like an 8.
All right. Maybe I knew before I seen, so maybe I do have
I
a
knew
tinted
before,
image.
too. I knew.
That's the Bud Light girl, right?
Yeah.
Well, she also has videos of her using tampons.
I don't have a problem with tampon thing. I just think it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. I do. The only thing I have a problem with, and I don't care what Rachel thinks about this or you, the sports thing is bullshit.
Of course.
I have a real
I don't
problem.
think that's fair. I mean,
It's not. It's just
Like-
not factually. It's not fair.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I have a problem with. And like, I still don't believe that there are public schools asking kindergartners if they're boys or girls. Like, I can't believe that. That's not okay either for me. But like, whatever you want to make videos of, if there are people who want to fucking celebrate your butthole as having a period, I don't
It's
care.
because those videos make things polarized. That is happening in schools. And maybe, once again, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. All right? So I'm only seeing the worst of the worst on videos. But, dude, I've seen videos of fucking drag queens twerking at assemblies for kindergartners.
Are you sure it wasn't?
I guarantee it.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that's the thing, because it
Wait,
becomes...
like the school brought them in?
Yes!
Are you sure?
Dude, I'm telling... Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
You're in a fucking, obviously, elementary school library. Kids are sitting crisscross applesauce. And here comes fucking Diane with her wig falling off while she's on the ground split twerking, dude. And then also just there's books now being read. Teachers are reading books about transgender fluidity or whatever it is. I don't care if you're 18 plus. Don't.
We already talked about this.
Yeah,
They
this-
should,
A 6-year-old wants to be. I want it to be a fucking
as long as it's
astronaut ninja race car driver.
and again, these videos you're seeing are not normal occurrences. Every school
And
is not bringing in drag
admit this. You, in retrospect,
Could you keep it down over there?
you could probably even think back to someone you went to school with who was transgender.
Yeah.
And when we were in school, it was like they could not say that.
I knew
It's a good thing.
I knew openly gay kids in like high school,
Right.
and that was big for them. But like it was starting to become a thing.
Yeah.
And if you're openly, I'm just saying, like, don't push it on them. It's getting pushed on certain things. And think about teachers. Think about men who are elementary school teachers. Chances are they can be very liberal, and they could maybe have that agenda of
Gayness.
let's move on. Yeah, I don't know.
This is-
Because I wish I was smarter.
Well, this
It's a
is
comedy podcast.
No. She's trying to push. I am not smart enough to not look dumb in this
and
conversation.
Rachel. A lot of people find this funny. A lot of people find it funny, and a topic that needs to be talked about. But
It should be talked about.
and
we've vocalized it once again.
We just talk about it a lot.
It's been 2 episodes. She gets so defensive on things.
yeah,
When we make it big, I think we're gonna have to drop you.
Okay, I'll quit now then.
See, look at her.
If you're
I'm
gonna
take-
drop me when you get big,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
take-
putting all my
I'm taking my
hard
ball and
work,
I'm going home.
spending hours editing your
Screw
fucking
you guys, I'm
podcast.
going
If you're
home.
gonna screw me later, then bye.
So yeah, anyway, Dylan Mulvaney's looks good.
I'll revisit it, I guess, but I don't know.
If I was like out to dinner, right, and like that was my waitress, and I obviously didn't know it was a man, and like,
It's the shoulder muscle for me because
but you already know, so you notice those things.
I guess.
Bro, I saw her on like this talk show or something, and I was like, "Yo, that's
Hey.
impressive."
Well, I'm sure she spends a lot of money.
I
And see,
respect
look,
her,
I
bro.
just said she. I'm an inclusive person. I'm a nice guy. I don't.
Sometimes.
When you're over 18, I will call you what you want. If you can't vote, then you don't get to get medicines and
I think
stuff.
there's a happy medium that we can all agree upon.
Yeah. I'll relook. But the one thing, because she is pretty, like, very fit. Like, she's probably, 120?
Who are we talking about?
The Dylan.
Oh yeah, he's like anorexic looking.
Yeah, so the first thing, like, because she wears very feminine things to help but like she always wears the spaghetti strap, and the one thing I notice is the
big
collar,
clavicle.
The clavicle to the shoulder muscle, which there's women that have that gymnast that I've also been, but
gymnasts are like this tall, bro. When you see gymnasts in real life,
but
it's
a lot of
freaky.
times the gymnasts have a fucking big old butt on them because they in a hamstring.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I guess that's the first thing I look. I'm like, what's your butt look like?
I think that's pretty normal.
And she's pretty string beanie as far as like, not many lumps going on there.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm a big face guy.
There you go.
Like body wise, I'm not super picky, but like, there's a she looks like Dylan Mulvaney looks like your all American girl from the neck up. So good for you, man.
No, I listen.
Now, if he was here and he started berating me for calling him a man, I'd be like, well, we're adults here. You're a man.
Pull your pants up.
No,
there's a wiener. You're a man. I'm sorry.
That's where I get like people get so uptight about words. That shit's annoying.
You're a super beautiful man.
Yeah, I'll say that, and I'll be like, yeah.
Listen, you want to hang out a little bit? We'll hang out and see where things go.
So yeah,
well,
the All In podcast. Everyone should check that out. They want to learn some stuff.
Which behind the scenes talking about AI, which is fucking cool, but I'm so afraid of it. I feel like I'm hitting the pinnacle of that's going to be the turn of me going from normal to old man.
Like, yeah, you're at the pinnacle of your learning.
I'm watching, like, 50 years ago, the first colored TV. The dad going, I don't want any of that bullshit in my house.
In that dad's defense, when color TV first came out, it was not great looking.
No, but that's what I'm feeling. Or
that's why I've been going out of my way to learn about this shit, because I don't want to. I can't be there yet.
How about you do it and then you teach me, and I'll stay on the forefront of.
Are you garbage?
Whatever. My 5 favorite podcasts. I'll keep you informed with that.
Yeah. But it's the one interesting little AI subject we have time to get into is should it be
porn? Nice.
That's like gonna be the first good AI out there, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're gonna be just type in a teacher's name from 7th grade, and 30 seconds there's gonna screen her face onto something.
It's true.
Rachel, cut that. That's $1 billion idea. Just kidding. Don't cut it.
But no, the quick little discussion that comes to mind is AI is going to level the playing field between untechnically trained people and people who spent $150,000 to get a computer science or like programming training at like an elite university, because you don't have to know shit about coding to get an AI to write programs for you.
Well, I have a friend.
I'm saying that would piss me off.
What I'm saying, I mean, that you got a technical degree in computer. What was it? Just fixing computers?
No, it was hardware, software, networking.
A++, whatever. What was it called?
C++.
You learn, yeah, the A+ certification and Net Plus certification.
So yeah, and then I mean, not that you timed out in it, but like that's probably useless by now, right?
No, but it's very basic. Honestly, actually, AI can't fix a computer
until it's going to be able to. But what I was going to say is, you had that, and that was a technical school. I have a buddy who did a 4-year program that went to college with me. Love him very much. He's doing real estate now when he was doing like cybersecurity and stuff, because I think like you got to keep up so much with it. You know what I mean? Like if you're not learning something every 2 years.
Well, that is all an irrelevant thing now.
That's what I'm saying. Like AI is going to make it so.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I guess it's going to be hardware, dude.
You really have to use your thinking cap to understand the potential that AI has. I mean,
they're saying, it's going to be taking writing jobs from
writing, graphic design, CGI, like a lot of what Apple does, right, is publishes things through like the game store and like the Apple store. They publish other people's programs and funnel it through the Apple platform, right? You don't need all that. Once once AI can do programming for you and customize, like if you want to make a game, you could literally, not right now, but within the next 2 years,
It's
like
fast
you
as it's
could
creative.
make a game custom to exactly. I want an open world racing game with these parameters, and keep customizing until it's exactly what you want, and you don't even have to know how to program. So what I'm
Damn.
saying is, it's such a leveler of the playing field.
That just made me like, you know how people with 3D printing, and this is because, you know, sometimes we nerd out and go to like gaming stores. You know, they're making their miniatures and stuff with a 3D printer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, our kids might be, you're not going to buy them a PlayStation 7. You're going to buy them AI 4, and it's be like, I want to play a pirate racing game right now.
That's literally in the next 2 or 3 years.
So what do we do, dude?
Then we get to play pirate racing games and stuff whenever we want.
But seriously, as terms of the
I want a pirate racing game.
economic implications are massive.
That's what I mean. Like,
You better be able to fucking move your body and use your hands to do something.
I can do like half of one of those things, dude.
Right. No, but seriously, like, that's why I say the white
If
collar.
AI starts doing podcasts, I'm gonna be pissed.
But it will.
Yeah, but it's never gonna be as witty as this is. You know how many dick jokes I got?
Yeah, that's true. But that's actually a good point too, because like we always bitch about like the people doing podcasts are famous in other ways. Now they got to
Yeah.
do the podcast thing. Well, that's going to be
Like the Kelsey brothers. Come on, you guys had to steal another avenue.
and dude, they steal ideas from other podcasts.
Of course,
Dude,
they all do.
They're doing like some taste buds type stuff.
I'm
now.
thinking we start a new show called "Can You Be Trash?"
Dude, we yeah, right. We should just do a fucking post game show on the Kelsey podcast.
Just like the Walking Dead post game, like we do a show of a show of a show, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
Here's one thing I'm interested, like, CGI, or CGI is not the best example, but yeah, for that, like, we grew up watching CGI getting better, and now the best CGI, we can, like, because we watched it grow, we can pick it out. Like, I know that's not a real boat in the background. Where Rachel's dad, we were watching a movie when we were over there, and he goes, man, they must have built this huge set, kind of. And I was like, that's not really how they do it. You know, we can pick it out. Or, like, we can pick out when when it's a pop-up on the internet. You know what I mean? When, like, that's not a real game or whatever. Do you think, like, the younger generation is going to watch the AI grow and know that, like, that script wasn't written by a human?
no, because it's all computer language and it's base.
Yeah, and it's learning how to talk like a human. So the stuff that's written.
Honestly,
I guess I'm saying that hoping that happens.
No, it is because it's all going like what you said. You're not going to buy your kid a PlayStation 7. What you're going to buy them is a really powerful computer. It's all that's the medium through which AI works.
I guess I'm worried, like, as far as like the entertainment business goes, like,
You can already.
are you gonna be able to pick out? Like, I can tell.
No, you won't be able to tell.
Nah, because I can tell, like, on a sitcom, which all of them I guess are, but like I can tell when that was a team of writers, or certain comedians. I can tell, like, for roast and stuff, I can tell when that was a team of people, or if that's like people are like that's their genuine material. But,
I know what you're saying. Will you be able to tell if a computer wrote the jokes or a person wrote the jokes? No, you won't be able to tell.
well, what the fuck have I been doing for the last 7 years of my life?
I mean, that's.
I guess I'll learn to lay concrete.
My-
Well, no, they already can do that. They're making houses out of robot
No, that's what I'm
concretes.
saying. Those are the jobs people need to be able to do. If in any white collar type of.
They're already making robots that can cut grass. What am I supposed to do, Steven? What are we gonna do?
Like, you got to get famous before the AI takes over. Because that's what I was saying. Like, with these Kelsey podcasts and shit, it's going to become even more like if you don't have a celebrity. Like,
Rachel, go buy me a pink suit, I guess.
yeah, get the pink tux.
Get the fucking pink suit. Put me in a
get the
bubble.
pink tux down here. Put the
And
bubble
you just have
outfit.
to make sure.
Put the
Make sure
unicorn.
you're a likable person. And
You know how hard that is. I hate so much stuff.
yeah, I know.
You want more paper thrown at you?
Do I still look as pasty as he does red?
You look like you got whiter, but maybe Gene just got pinker.
I'm just
Put
sucking
the
all.
fucking desktop back
I'm
on.
just sucking all the energy out of the room, and it's turning the color in my face.
But yeah, I'll keep learning about AI, and I'll tell you about it.
I'll keep learning about podcasts. Kind
do
of.
that.
Actually, I did learn. I've been trying to get in the technical side of things, to see what other guys are doing out there, so we can't afford it, but when we can afford it, we'll be able to get this stuff, and we'll know what we need.
Okay, good.
Like I said, we're probably around time there.
I don't know now that we stopped.
She don't know. You know, the producer of the show doesn't know how long
You
it
had
should.
you threw an extra stop in
kidding.
there.
I
on
had
me.
to do a little tinkle. It's because I've been really hydrating for my golf trip. I've been drinking a lot of water to
Yeah.
make sure I don't die on a golf
Are you
course.
gonna do a fucking podcast with Dave on the?
No, but I do want to get him on here. He's fun. He's goofy. He's a good time. I would like to see you and David interact. It's like having like a 60-year-old Italian man put in a 120-pound Irish body. He's got a lot of one-liners that you've heard before.
Yeah, he could be like my old friend Frankie's cousin or something.
Yeah, exactly. But with a way smaller penis.
You like to label other people with small penises a lot.
I'm projecting.
defense
Okay, my whole
mechanism.
life is projecting. Okay, I'm trying to make it so that I can live in the world.
I just go along with, yeah, I got a small ass dick, but that's fine, you know.
Listen, all right. If I'm just trying to survive out here,
That's
guys.
fine. Okay.
I go to bed crying sometimes, so I gotta put things out there so the world will help.
If I'm ever like, if there's ever like a female around who I might be interested, maybe don't do the small dick joke immediately.
We're brothers. I know what his dick looks like, and it ain't great.
Have you seen my dick?
No, we've talked about that before.
Maybe we should put it on the Patreon.
Yeah, listen, if people want to
We
pay,
ain't putting nothing. That's more than a $5
Maybe the
membership.
OnlyFans.
you get all the time to prep it. If you know you're gonna take a picture, you can prep it. Nice.
I'm gonna need a lap band surgery in about 4 years to prep it.
It's gonna be your flaccid penis, because if we put our boners, that would just cross a realm, right? Isn't that funny to think about? If they were soft, it would be weird. But if we both had boners, it would be the weirdest.
We
fucking
call
thing.
this the welcome to the Laborty Jackass. We're penis jousting. Who hits who first?
Dude, you got a boner already?
Well, we started talking about that Dylan girl. I don't know what the fuck. I looked it up. You're right. She's got a nice face. The clavicle's
pretty.
a little strong for me. For some reason, it did something to me.
Yeah.
But nah, this is You Be Right podcast. Listen, you get a boner. Oh, damn it.
What?
Rachel farted at her business meeting. I'm not letting this episode happen. She had to go. You'll be all right. This is going to end it. Okay, you're going to be all right. All right, Rachel had to go into the office, and whatever the meeting was, the way she explained it, it was her turn to talk, and she didn't talk for a while, so she went to talk and like had a clear throat.
Little toot came out.
Little toot came out, and the fact that I go, do you think people heard it? She said, I don't know. That means people definitely heard it.
Nobody reacted?
I was in a room with all men. And I was also coughing.
Those dudes could not
and
wait to get into a
my
car and talk about
and
it.
my chair moved. So then I spent the whole rest of the meeting trying to
Yeah.
make my chair
She was
make
trying to
a
make her chair
squeaking noise
fart.
or something. Like
That's interesting.
it wasn't like really.
I know what it was. It was a little squeaker.
Yeah,
When they
when
come
I
out
texted
unexpected like that.
Stephanie, I said it sounded like it said toot.
Okay. Because you don't see them often, they might not have said anything. But like, even if it's a coworker girl that like I see all the time, I'd laugh. Yeah, I mean,
Well, that's what
It's-
Stephanie said. Stephanie was like, I wouldn't have been able to keep going in the meeting because I would have been laughing hysterically. But I was mortified. I don't even fart in front
Rachel-
of Jean.
Rachel walked to the door going, I have to quit my job. And I go, no, we have a house. You have to pay for it. What are we talking about here? And she goes, I tooted. And I go, dude, this is fucking hilarious. And I go, I'm the guy you think. You know what sucks? If I was in that meeting, everyone would have thought I was the one who farted.
yeah.
But
I almost didn't tell you.
well, you should. That's why being married. That's the benefits of being married. This shit is hilarious. That's so funny.
It's even funnier because she was mortified.
Yeah, and it was at the beginning of her speech. So that whole time, you probably said this. You were like, after you farted, your brain went to scrambles and probably was.
Well, yeah,
I'm
then-
right.
Then
Hi,
I lost my train of
I'm
thought
done.
too. Like it was extra embarrassing because I went to clear my throat. I did clear my throat, and then I kind of said like, "Sorry, I can't." And I was gonna say like,
That's
"Sorry."
what it sounds
Now
like.
listen,
That's I'm
listen.
just trying to give your voice is so tiny and small. When you're talking, you're trying to clear your throat. I wanted to give a little toot in there.
But
of what it
that's
would
not where
sound
the
like.
toot was. Yeah, because I cleared my throat, and then I was saying like, "Sorry, I can't get my throat clear," because the whole meeting I was like, like whatever.
Really doing it up.
And
Yeah.
and then I said sorry, but then it like something like triggered in my throat, and it like I had like a big sudden cough, and then that's when
Yeah.
my body pushed it out, and then I was literally mortified. So then I lost my train of thought, and I was like, I had to like regroup my thoughts because I was about to give like my update
Yeah.
on everything that has been happening in the last
We've
couple
all
weeks.
been there. So you were this close to hitting the wall. Like you were hanging on by
Rachel-
a thread.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody in that room was listening to what you're saying. If you think you heard a toot and you're the only woman and little Rachel's in there, you're just hearing. It's like the fucking whatever that cartoon is. You're just hearing wah,
Charlie
wah, wah.
Brown.
Yeah, you're just hearing wah wah. And you're going, she tooted. I swear my smell.
If
You're
I could
trying
have
to
just
smell
walked
around
out
where
and
you-
left, I would have.
Yeah. But those are the experiences that make you stronger. And you're only human.
And you're gonna be all right.
I guess.
Luckily,
so.
it was. You know what?
It was all guys.
It was all dudes, and they got in a car and they talked about it.
They might not have.
That's what my thing is. If it was women, they definitely would have talked
was gonna
about
say
it. They
if-
would have been texting about it
Yeah.
before we even left
The
the
dudes
meeting.
might not even have mentioned it. After the meeting and all the talking, farting is not big. That's why I was saying, like, if it was a coworker female that I like saw a lot, I might in the meeting be like, "Oh shit, yeah."
Chipotle.
If somebody
That would
would,
make it
if
better.
somebody
Samesies.
acknowledged it, I would have died.
See, in my mind, that makes it easier.
I would have
for
straight up
everybody.
left.
In my mind, it's like, all right, that's out of the way. I
See,
farted.
that's the difference between girls and guys. Because those dudes, if all of them knew it was Rachel, they might go like, "You see, yeah, but you never say nothing." The women would go,
Oh, they'd
"Let's
be- yeah.
conspire, and we're gonna maybe ruin her
Yeah.
career over this."
If,
Yeah,
if
like
that's
call me the farter behind
Yeah,
closed doors or
You're gonna.
something.
There's gonna be a new
text chain.
text chain's gonna
Yeah.
happen of Rachel shitted at work,
Yep.
and every time it's gonna get bigger and bigger.
But like you said, you're stronger now. You be aight.
And you got good coworkers, and you do good work. So even if you, the funny thing is, she said that, and I go, "Damn, I never even farted in meetings."
Yeah, but you're so,
COVID's been kicking my ass.
Now I've had problems where like I was white knuckling it in the last 2 minutes. I'm like,
you
if this,
you did a fucking turtle roll on your bathroom floor. We still didn't get that
the
cartoon
problem
made.
was that I didn't even have to fart. I just had
No,
to cough.
those are the ones that sneak out. Of you.
Uh-huh.
I did that in a girl's face once. She was blowing me, and as I came, dude, I farted loud as fuck right in her face.
oh man,
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want to hear more, there's really not much more to the story. She was she was sweet about it.
hey, you
That's
know,
the funny thing about girls. If a guy does something embarrassing, they're nice about it. But if another girl does something embarrassing, they're in attack mode.
I'm pretty
I'm sure
sure
she
if-
told her friends. but-
if
I did. I will say, like within 30 seconds of this happening, I texted Stephanie.
Listen,
Yeah,
and
that's what friends are
Stephanie
for.
listens a lot of times to this. Stephanie did this in a way worse way at like a business meeting she was going to, and it's a great story. Thank you for sharing it with us. But Rachel got home, and I was like, Stephanie's rubbing off on you a little bit too much. You're farting in meetings. And you know what she said? She always says we say this. She goes, I got to quit my job. I farted in a meeting. I'm going to kill myself. And I go, you're a real aborty now.
Yeah, now you get it.
Now you threaten
That's the one and only
I'm
time
gonna
that
kill
I
myself.
wanted
Get
to.
it. And after that, you just feel better after you say that.
And hey, you know what? Now that you survived it,
You be alright.
you're gonna be all right. But now you got a little connecting piece with your workers.
Now the fans know you much better, and that's what it's all about. If you want people to like your shit, they have to think they know you a little bit.
Everyone poops. Everyone farts. Everyone farts in meetings once in a while.
Dude, I've stunk up meetings.
You stink up this room every time we do a podcast.
It's the silent ones, man.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Luckily, that it was a little sneaker like that. That was before the turd, so it didn't have much smell to it. I bet.
Oh my god, you would have to quit your job if you stunk up the whole room.
Well, Stephanie's first question was it just one or was it multiple? And I was like, oh my god. If it just kept coming out, I would.
Dude, if you were just talking,
I would have
like,
quit.
You were like, all right, so Q4.
That would have to be on purpose.
We were
to do
hitting
that.
in,
Or like multiple coughs and like.
That's like a skit from like. I think you should leave now.
Dude, on my stomach. You on 3? Cough with me. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. All right, guys. That chair sounds weird.
You can't fire somebody for farting though. So you know.
That is a.
You can't.
If we make enough money, I'll say this to the patron. If we make enough money, I will get a low-level customer service job. I'll go through the interview process, do everything, and see if I can get fired by farting enough. I will go 9 to 5 and see how long.
I don't subscribe to any kind of special content. If somebody was willing to go through all that,
dude, with GoPros and those customer service things,
there's little cameras like this.
There's hundreds of cubicles. I can set it up and I'll have a microphone next to my pants and on my chest. I can definitely get that job. I will see how long it takes for me to get fired before farting.
And I would want to know what the actual reason they said they were firing you for.
Yeah,
it might be some sort of like hygiene.
Yeah, well, you're in HR. You should know.
Well,
because
the thing is,
you might be able to claim that it's a disability.
Shit, I might get richer off that, being like, I'm suing you guys. This is a medical problem.
Yeah, you might be able to say it's a
I'll
disability.
go to a doctor and say,
oh, remember, I did a disability training, and I was looking at the list, and one of the items on the list was body odor.
That's considered something that people can't fix?
I don't know, but it was on the list of disabilities.
That's got me more bothered than men trying to be women. If you stink, you can't just say it's a disability.
But I think it might be like a certain, you know how like certain bodies just like, I don't know anybody, but like the pH is messed up, like where you really like.
See, you've had a roommate.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I had a
nice
roommate with
person,
a BO problem.
But if I was their boss, that would be the one person I could see me being like, I'm going to do anything to get rid of this person. I don't care if it's a medical condition.
Yeah.
That would be really hard for me.
Dude, I've had to fire people before for wearing flip-flops and shit. I can't imagine being like, everyone agrees you stink too bad. No one wants to eat hoagies in the whole.
Yeah, for real. You're ruining lunch every day.
You realize that all we can eat now is like a chocolate bar, and
you cook fish for lunch every day. We've had this talk.
That is that would be a real problem. Dude.
My neighbor had fish sticks the other day, and the hallway kind of smelled weird, and I was like, "Thank God this isn't a fish-eating guy."
Dude,
once in a while is okay.
What? Right at the end of my tale of when I was in the office, Rachel, I'm going to say this. Don't be offended. She was one of the hottest women. She has dated NFL players before. Let me put it that way. A white girl. I was on a bad day, and she fucking, obviously to stay in shape, she has to eat a certain way. She fucking microwaved broccoli and some sort of flounder. And this kitchen was not close to me. She was just starting new. She was in sales, so she had to kind of come to me to get orders. I was enough on my day. This woman was so hot that I literally, like, when she come over, I just act like I'm doing something. Okay.
Like she was your boss or something.
Dude, she was very, but I was like, did you have fish for lunch? And she said, yeah, you know, it was tilapia. And I go, hey, man, you can't be micro. I brought up the balls to say you can't be microwaving
you're right.
fucking tilapia. Just broccoli itself. And then she got really embarrassed, and someone told someone, and came back.
If somebody told me not that I couldn't microwave broccoli, I'd be like, fuck you.
The broccoli was one thing, but it was broccoli.
Hold on. This is going really long, but broccoli notoriously is stinky.
People think they have heart attacks after eating broccoli.
My thing
sometimes.
is like I eat broccoli. You don't have to microwave it at work.
I've microwaved broccoli at work many a time.
Well, I would fire you.
See, and actually, we have an HR meeting after this, Rachel. But no, it was the fish. But the combination of the two was so bad.
That's a special combo.
I went to a point where I had a hard time talking to this girl.
You mentioned
her pants. Her butt would eat her pants all, and she knew what she was doing. She got this job solely on her looks, and I had to go, hey. We kind of have a thing. We don't cook fish around here in the microwave.
Yeah.
I was on my way out, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to bite this bullet. I'm probably never going to be able to do anything with this girl.
I would promote you for that.
We were going to fire you, Gene, but guess what? We found a new department, and it's called You're the Microwave Safety.
Yeah. Just because you're hot doesn't mean you don't have to think or do.
No, and I'm playing that up. But, yeah, it literally was like, you can't do that type of shit. But, all right, we're going long here. Guys, thanks for hanging out. This is You Be Aight podcast. You will be all right. The world's going to crazy places. Let's just hope the AI doesn't make you fucking bitch. Let's just hope the AI doesn't make it that you're not going to be all right. But
we'll still be here through the AI revolution.
Yeah, we'll get small groups. We'll go on ham radio and still do You Be Aight for you guys. I'm Gene Labordi, my brother, my co-host, my best friend, Stephen Labordi. Rachel, doing all the hard work.
On the ones and twos.
Better figure it out.
If this episode doesn't come out, it's because I quit.
It's because we fired her for farting in meetings.
That was good. That was good.
Good play. Yeah, good play.
Sure.
You Be Aight. Thanks for coming in, and have a good day / night.